Welcome back to the final tutorial of the Chill Out series. We're going to master this track we worked so hard to make. So here we go. Let's get started. Let's play a little bit of the track here. I like to, before we get to the mastering chain, just even it out so we're ticking at about 0 dB with a utility. Which just makes it more consistent later. You just want to watch and see if any orange stuff peek over. Turn it down appropriately. Best to do this in the louder parts of the track. Sounds pretty good. So in my mastering chain, I like to have, there's two chains coming through this audio effect route. One's called unmastered and one is called mastered. And this knob will select which one's going to the actual output. So I can choose at any time whether I want to hear the mastered output or the unmastered. And I can also adjust the volume using this knob. Since I don't have volume knobs on my studio speakers. So my mastering chain, I have a multi-band compressor. These are by FabFilter. They're fantastic. I got the Pro C from FabFilter and the Pro L is a limiter. Pro C is a compressor. So we'll turn off the C and the L and we'll just try to get the multi-band compressor sounding good. So we've actually got the ability here to draw in bands with any frequencies we wish. So we'll do a bass band here up to like 350 or so, and we'll do one for the treble. 30,000 hertz is fine. And we'll create one for the mids. So 3 bands is typically what I go for. We'll take the bass and we'll just pick prominent compressor. And on the treble, we'll do a prominent transient enhancer. And on the mids, we'll just do a subtle compressor. Typically, you want to compress your mids less. It has more of a dynamic range, and it helps keep the song sounding more emotional. All right, so let's just play it. Not seeing any. Oh, gotta turn it to master mode. Okay, obviously not good. Let me see. Can I mute this? Yeah. If I just turn the power off on these, then they'll bypass. You'll see on the chart that the spectrum is kind of flat compared to this. What I've done is set the tilt to 4.5 dB per octave. So right now, Pro B on the graph is showing me it's boosting the highs more when it graphs it. And the goal here is when you have 4.5 dB, it sounds pretty good if you can get this to be flat or a little bit more bassy than flat. So that's going to be our goal. I'm going to set this over to post on the analyzer and we can keep track of that. So let's go ahead and turn our bands back on. Alright, so let's start with the bass first. And let's try to get the line going about where 0 dB is. Right now the ratio is 8:1. I think that's a little bit too much crushing. We'll go to like maybe 2.5 or so to 1. And if you adjust the output, that's changing the top. And if you adjust the range, it's adjusting the bottom or the height of the band, so to speak. So we'll try that out. Let's go to the mids now. That ratio of 3:1, we're going to drop to like 1.5 or so. Again, these are the mids. We don't want to compress them too much. Doesn't need much compression. I'm going to expand the band a little bit. Maybe not. You can also adjust the crossover by using the mouse wheel here. Just going to change, kind of make it more gentle or more harsh. And let's look at this is the highs here. Okay, so this line is way up. Ratio 2:1. Let's try 3:1 or so. So you can see we've still got our highs are a bit above the lows. If we bring the output down a little bit more. Also, I'm noticing a real heavy spike here. We might have to go EQ that in the track. Probably from the vocals. Bring that up. Bass up some. So that's not adding 10 dB to the bass. It's because it's compressing it down as well. I do feel like maybe that range is too much. Do that and then bring the output down. So let's check out these spikes here in the vocals real fast while we got that in our mind. We'll get well, let's just get an EQ8. Yeah, oh wow, oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and just fix that real fast. If we pull that in real tight here. Yeah, those shift all over the place, don't they? Just try to get the more severe ones. Be really surgical with this. Wow, these are... they're all over the place. That's going to be hard to fix. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to not. It's a time-consuming process. And anyway, we almost need to EQ each note differently. Okay. Let's bring this up some. Let's turn on our compressor here. I use a really low ratio, 1:3. It's a gentle, very gentle compression. Don't want to crush the life out of the tune. You could go crazy with it. It's 1.3-ish. Just helps it pop a little bit more. Finally, we can turn on our limiter. So the trick here, what I know, you really want this bar here, this brighter blue line, to hit a minus 10 dB. I'm just gonna bring this down then. Then again, I don't feel like I'm getting much out of the limiter here, which is 1.5 dB. This can be really difficult to get right, and I'll be honest, I'm no mastering master, so I I just kind of do what sounds good to my ears and go with it. After the limiter, I put a minus 0.3 dB. That just gives us some headroom on the waveform in the output file. I think that about does it. When I'm ready to render, I just select my loop and make sure the volume is set to full, and then render. So I hope you found that useful. Again, I'm no mastering master. You might want to look elsewhere for tips on that. I will probably get this track professionally mastered. I will use, I'm going to ask Recreation Studios to do it. He's been mastering my albums, and I think I'll have him master this as well and release the final track here on SoundCloud. So hope you found that useful, the whole tutorial in general. I'd love to hear your feedback if you have any questions about how I did things or why I did things, or suggestions for improvements. Like, tell me I'm an idiot and I'm doing everything wrong. I want to know why, because I'm always looking to improve. So anything you can tell me, I'll find useful. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/BluePhoenixChill. And subscribe to me on YouTube. I'll have more tutorials in the future and synth reviews and that sort of thing. So if you're listening, you've stuck out the long haul. Thank you very much. And I'd love to hear your finished product, whatever you made from following my tutorial. All right. That's it for the Chill Out series. I'll catch you next time. This is Blue Phoenix signing off.